blessings in the new month of December, the end at the topmost of the month of the year of 2019. We bless you because less than 30 days, 29 days, or 30 days this year will be over, and we shall be taking us and trusting us to a new year of a divine expectation of a better things, better than whatever you have done in our past. We bless you because with you things are new every day. We come this morning worshiping you and thanking you for the gift of life. Only the living can praise you. Accept our worship this morning and let today become a reality in our life. Today is the third days of our talking to you very early in the morning, leaving the comfort of our bed to present ourselves before you so that you can guide our steps and direct our ways. Whatever you secure is what is secure. So we trust you for strength again for today, and today representing the March of 2020. And March means moving forward. I pray that our life will mark by progress in all round, financial, spiritual, material, physically. Our health will not fail, our finance will not fail, our spiritual life will not be behind. We won't, because of your success you give to us, be robbed of spiritual realities that sustain everything. Glorify your name in our life. We bless you for the privilege of being here this morning. You be glorified in our life. We bless and worship you. In Jesus' name we worship. We are welcome to day 3. We ask other pastors, other churches to stay in behind, and the headquarters will be here at least for this week, prayer and fasting. And because you are here, if you do things, do it very well. Leave your home. People travel to Lagos, Aba, Onitsha. They look very early. You can't be Christian. You can't be Christians and be spiritually dull. Paul was talking to the Corinthian Christians. I believe the book of Corinthians, 15 chapters or so, or 16. The first epistle of Corinthians was the longest of Paul writing because it was answering questions. They wrote him letters to explain to them what they are going through in the church. There was a division in the church, and those who cares, who matters, those who are worried, who are concerned that church should not be like this, went to report to the mentor, the founders, about what situations they met in church. That's not gossiping. Gossiping is trying to win somebody's behind him. When you know somebody will be positioned to help and change the situations, and you are telling him and reporting to him what is happening, it's not gossiping. You are trying to amend. The reason why good things don't happen is that good people refuse to talk. They leave it. It's not my concern. The church should be the concern of everybody. But if something is wrong, you should talk to somebody who can help him. And Paul was writing such letters to reply them. One of the things, because the Corinth was in a city whereby the spirit of that town entered the church. How does it enter the church? The same people in the town come to church. And if you allow those spirits and you close your eyes at those spirits, one day the zealous among them, with the lawlessness they have, will one day get here. It may not get here in your lifetime, but if you don't set the standard, they will get here when you are gone. And then you see the pollution today. Pollution happened because over the time we did not see essentials and allow things to come up until one day some wrong person will exhort and lift somebody who is lawless to the place of pulpit. And when the devil take over, God is not involved in buildings. He's not involved in men. You can shut Jesus out of the house. One of the churches of the 7 churches, he said, I stand at the gate and knocking. How can the owner of the church be standing outside the church? How can you lock out and lock out the landlord A tenant lock out the landlord from the house. He say he came late. He lock him out. That landlord, that tenant will be in trouble. That's what the church did. They lock out Jesus. And it's so beautiful, it's so gentle that he was still knocking at them. Do you know why? Because they are individuals. In the midst of them all, in the weakness and the deadness of that church, there are still individuals whose heart was touching, who are helpless. They couldn't help the situation. Today's many things are like that today. We bring jesters to make a mockery of church and the holy things. And people would laugh and relax, and they don't have power. No wonder the enemy take over many places and many lives and shut in and cut down their life and live. It seems as if God is just watching. That's what we do. So one of the letter that Paul wrote to answer question is in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5. He was talking to a normal marriage. He was talking to a home of Christian home, and because of the spirituality and lacking spiritual wisdom, some of those women who's married the unbelievers were denying their husband sexual intimacy because they are fasting. I remember one man came to me when he was a young boy, young man, 40 years, he married. I said, what happened to you? He said the first 40 days after marriage, his wife would declare the one he married. He was the one that sponsored the marriage, but when they married, the woman declared a 40-day fast. I said, what happened after that? I was hearing him to see how foolish they were, because they are under people who are pastoring them who are not wise. And when you are not wise, you would not dispense wisdom to anybody. See, after the 40 days fasting, what happened? He said he became impotent. I said, how do you know you are impotent? You are impotent, not impotent before. He said, because when I was in secondary school, I gave birth to a boy out of wedlock. So something has happened. Somebody has trapped his destiny in foolishness. Look at verse 5. See verse 4. The wife has no power of her own body. I'm reading 1 Corinthians 7, 4 to 5.